Hello, this is Chaim Shapiro from Torah College with a quick LinkedIn update. I posted about this several months ago, but I really don't see people using it, and it's one of the great new free tools available here on LinkedIn. A lot of times companies, especially because of the pandemic, but I think it will continue after the pandemic as well, use what are called video interviews. You don't actually meet with a person. You sit in front of your computer. They have pre-screened questions. You answer the questions, record on the video, and they actually have artificial intelligence read how you did to determine whether you make it to a next round of interview. LinkedIn has a free practice tool for that, which I think is very, very important. So let me show you where that is. You go here to jobs on LinkedIn, and this is going to be on the left as opposed to up here before. Click on interview prep, and this is going to take you into a place where you can actually practice those interview questions. Let me just show you what this looks like. Why should we hire you? Practice and get feedback, record a video. Now, I'm not going to actually do this as my example here, but you see my mouth moving over here. If I click this, I get a countdown timer. And when the countdown timer starts, it's going to start recording, as you see over here. And after I finish this and I click stop, it's going to have the AI readout for it. I'm not going to actually use this as the example. I'm going to actually use an example that I've done before here. So I'm going to discard this and show you something that I had done at a different point in time. So let's go to what your greatest strength is and your answers. Actually, let's go to tell me about yourself and my answers. And you'll see here under this answer right over here, it does give me feedback. So see here that it says that I'm speaking at 144 words per minute, which is pretty close to what the target is. The target is in this blue shaded area. My pitch variation is low, so they do say I sound a little bit like a monotone, and I should try and move my voice up and down a little bit more when I'm doing this as well. It also points out that I use 7 filler words. I did this on purpose when I was recording this, just to use them as examples. And if you're not sure where that is, it actually takes you to that place into the video where you actually did that. So that's actually an important piece of information for you to have as well, because you can utilize that to understand where you're making mistakes. Now, what this doesn't currently do is it does not currently give you information about you moving your eyes and how it feels about your answers and whether you look happy. And those are things that actually they do judge when they're actually making the assessment on AI. LinkedIn is not quite there yet. I think hopefully eventually they will be there, but they don't currently have that information on LinkedIn. I think they need to get there. Now you see here, by the way, if I look at this one, I don't have the AI reading here at the bottom. So why is that? I was trying to figure that out a number of times before, and I actually found out the answer is, in order to get the AI readouts, you have to actually be using the same computer you used when you actually recorded the video. So if you go to a different computer afterwards and try to get that AI readout, you will not get it. So that's why some of these answers have answers and readouts and some of them do not. So you have to be careful to make sure that if you're looking for that AI readout that you go to one that you've done before. One last thing here is also one of the things you can do is after you have your answers is you could actually share that answer with somebody. So if I wanted to share this with my friendly neighborhood career services professional, like my colleague Sarah Singer, I could actually send this to her and get her thoughts and feedback on how I did in my video interview, which could be an important way for me to increase my performance and perform better before I actually submit and do one that's actually done online. So I think people should be utilizing this a lot more than they currently are. I do think LinkedIn has a little ways to go in terms of making this better, but it's still a great tool that I think people should utilize much more frequently here on LinkedIn.